All right, so I usually don't shoot an intro or anything, or at least I don't go back and uh, do an intro on work I've already done. But with this trunk enclosure, went in and edited the videos at first, and it was like four of them, about 20, 30-minute long videos. Not too exciting, so I'm gonna try to go back through, edit those, shorten them down to at least two or three videos, make it nice and short. But pretty much go through how the trunk enclosure um, became this. So it's nothing too fancy. It's just nice and simple. It's all, I think, 1.5 inch blocks of wood, half-inch 4x8 half-inch birch, and then trunk liner fabric. So I'm gonna try to shorten the videos up. I know I was editing them and I was falling asleep into some of them, but there's a lot of me rambling and just talking out loud what I was doing through the process. So I'll try to cut it down, cut out some of the rambling, but I just pretty much show you guys how I did the trunk enclosure. And I know, let's see, I know that it gets a little dark in there, but let's see. But yeah, it looks pretty good. That's a little bit better angle. But yeah, it looks pretty good. But like I said, it'll probably be about two, maybe three videos. I'll try to cut down a lot of the talking and just show you guys the process on how I did it. Pretty much started off with some cardboard, cut that down to size, and then with the wires I have some wires running up underneath this, so this is what they call false floor. So this would be the quick version. I'll still throw the long version in there, but there's a longer block of this, about 6 feet long, and built a platform, and then trace the cardboard out on top of that. Then after I got my cardboard template, I transferred it over to the plywood, and then once the plywood was cut out, I think I started with the base, then I did the front, then I did the sides. Once that was cut out, then I went ahead and wrapped it. But like I said, I'm gonna try to cut it down a little bit. It's a lot of rambling, but it'll still probably be about 2 or 3 videos. I don't want to make it too long, but I'm gonna try to cut out as much as I can. See, I'm rambling now, but yeah, this is how I did the trunk enclosure in the '85 Monte Carlo, aka Mona Lisa. Starting on the false floor and or the full enclosure on the trunk on the Monte. So I'm thinking just for now false floor, but I think I'll probably get carried away and start doing side panels and everything. So been doing some rough measurements already, marking stuff down, and that box is way too small. But I think I just got back from Home Depot, so I got some just some scrap wood to build the platform for the false floor. Alright, so I think I have the little platform cut out how I want it. It's not symmetrical or anything, but it'll be covered up, so I wasn't too worried about it. Matching on both sides, but it's just for a platform. Like I said, it's not really there for much support, but once it is all screwed down, once I put the actual floor on there, it'll stiffen it up a little bit. If I need to, I could always go in and add a brace in between here and or here. And I think with this size, I'll still be able to get it in and out if I ever needed to take it out. But what I'm thinking, since it's going to be in 2 pieces, it really shouldn't be a problem, because I think from here on over, it's going to be its own piece. So I could lift it up and have access to the battery, and then the rest of it, not too worried about it. It is level for the most part. I think up here slightly higher, but I'm not too worried about that. The trunk's not flat as it is, so this, to have it pretty close, I'm good with it. But yeah, I put in little notches where these two wires are running through, so it's not pinching anything. So once it's screwed down, those wires rest up under there. But then again, there's still going to be that trunk liner fabric up underneath of it. So not too worried about it. Should be fine. There's plenty of room. Left them a lot larger than I needed to. But the next step, I'll screw these in. So I'll just run 2 screws on each side to stiffen it up a little bit, and then I'll come in with the cardboard and start cutting it to outline the trunk. And with all this in there now, it's the right height, so I'll be able to get the points on the trunk where I need them. So yeah, let me screw these together, and then I'll start throwing them in the cardboard, cutting it up, and try to copy the shape of the trunk. Alright, so it's pretty close, but it's far from the final cutout. Eventually I'll tape all this together. I did cut it into 3 sections. I'll tape it all up together, and then make some notes on where I might want to extend some areas at. So this cutout back here I'll leave open because I think I am going to do the side panels. And then like back here, I messed up cutting this whole section here, so that section will probably need a little bit more back in here. But everything else for the most part up in here is pretty good. Cut out along the wires. I like it. This panel, like I said, I cut the box in thirds, so this one would actually be a little bit longer, just for where the battery's sitting. I just want one panel to access the battery, so that'll be cut out. Like I said, back here, I might not even just make one cut, so I don't have to worry about getting spots in between the wires and stuff. It'll all be open, so that'll probably just be one cut right along there. Yeah, I think eventually it's gonna look pretty good. Got that cut pretty close along there, so we're all good. But yeah, I have one more box this size. I might pick up 1 or 2 more, because I'll probably do the side panels and this back panel. And then I'm gonna do all that. I might as well do this one also, but we'll see if I want to do the back or not. Alright, so I'm gonna call it a day. It's far from perfect. I cut this back piece a little too short, so definitely gonna have to cut up the box again, or get a few more boxes. I have one more I could cut up and try to get everything a little bit closer, like the cutouts for the hinges. I just guesstimated those, cut them way too big, cut these too short. But the sides, they're pretty snug up in there, so got lucky for the most part. I had to add some extensions on that side. And this one, I have to add one up in the corner, but just have a whole bunch of scraps left in there, so I grab something out of there and attach it and eventually trace it out again. But I think once I redo everything with another piece of cardboard or another box, should be fairly close. I haven't had a little piece left to try to see what the back would look like, and I think I kind of like the look of it. Hides that hump a little bit in the middle. So I'll probably go that route with it, just something straight across. But who knows? The plans could always change. But as far as now, just I guess the base plan or just the rough idea, I think it's gonna look pretty good. Definitely can't wait to get the fabric for the trunk liner fabric. Can't wait to get that in to just hide all the kill mat. So I think once that's in, I'll recut everything out because it's going to be a little tighter fit with the fabric in there. So I'm going to have to take account into the fabric on the trunk itself, and then the thickness of the fabric once I put the fabric on the board, once I get that. So I'm going to have to leave a slight gap in between everything, and then I'm going to have to find a way to, I might either glue something to the top of here or run a couple bolts through the just through this edge right here, because I know I still need the can't think of the name of it right now, the weather strip, and that goes around. So I guess if I run a couple screws or something through here and put a block of wood up underneath, that'll be a backing for, I guess, call it the faceplate, I guess. So I might do it that way. And same thing down here, might have a piece of wood or something just to pop it out a little bit at the bottom instead of having it sit right up against the wall. Pop it out just a little bit. So that's what I'm thinking. And then I think once I do like the piece of wood behind and everything, it'll be Velcro on both sides, so everything just Velcros into place. So if I do need to remove it, I can. I know some people use magnets, so who knows? I think the Velcro would just be the easier way to do it for now. But yeah, I like it. I'm gonna call it a day. Like I said, I got the rough part out so I can see how it's gonna come together, and I'm digging it. Alright, so it's not installed yet, but you can see it's a lot darker in there. Have the carpet, pretty much a rough trim in it where the pieces need to go. So have a single piece on this side. This side would be two different pieces just because of this brace in the way. These the wheel wells, those would be another piece, and then try to have the shelf and the trunk a single piece. Still have to figure out what I want to do with the spare tire carrier or hole. So that is hollow right now, so I don't have any carpeting in there yet. And then this back two pieces will be it'll be two pieces. I'll try to get a smooth cut right down the middle, so it'll just be a little small seam. But yeah, so those will be there. Obviously I have to trim those a little bit, but the problem I'm gonna have is trying to determine how I want to fill that in. And I'm thinking I'll probably just do a cut here on this edge, cut here on this edge, and then leave that intact. I'll push that down, see what it covers, and I have a little bit. This is both of those packages, so I'm glad I did order two. It kind of gave me an idea of what I'm going to have to do when I actually get the board in there and all the panels. So that'll probably be another two carpet material or carpet or trunk liner. So probably be two more packages of that. So we'll see, or I'll just see if they have a larger roll, because yeah, it'll pretty much be the same amount. So yeah, we'll go with that. Well, it won't be this back section, but I guess I'll be this section here. So yeah, I'll order two more rolls. I might do a different one just because this one does have the creases in it from it being folded. I'll try to find one that's rolled up, so there'll be no creases. Alright, so today's gonna be pretty simple. Now that I have all the carpet inside the trunk, decided not to do that support brace right there, but everything else pretty much roughed in. Like I said, it's just the base layer. I didn't want to build on top of just the sound deadening, so I decided to throw some carpet down there. It doesn't look too bad. Still debating if I want to order the same carpet because it does come folded, which I'm not too worried about the creases, but I don't know. I think I might just do the same one for the price and the amount of material you get. I can't go wrong, but it would be nice to find one that was rolled up so the creases weren't there. So need to decide on that in the next day or so, because today I'm gonna come and put all the cardboard templates back in. So put all these back in where they go, see or double check the fitment, and then I have a few more boxes. So once I have the fitment on all those, I'll transfer them over to the new boxes and cut everything out for the sizes of the new ones. Alright, so there we have it. That's pretty much close. I know once I cut it out of wood, I'm about to probably cut it a little bit smaller than this, just because I have to take into account of the thickness of the material. So it's going to be that on both sides. So what's that like? So I have to cut it that much thinner, but I still wanted a nice snug fit. So I think, like I said, right up in here, once I cut that a little bit thinner and the material go on there, pretty much all the gaps around here, yeah, it's gonna be a nice snug fit. This piece I will have to do in two separate pieces. I don't believe, well, I could try to cut it out in one piece at first, but I think it's going to be too wide. Even coming in at an angle, it'd be too wide to fit in one piece. So I thought about putting this side as the second piece and leaving this one solid, but I have more wires running on this side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this piece separate. So this will be its own piece and it'll be removable if I do need to take it out. The weather is still somewhat nice. I think next week it's gonna actually snow. So I'll go from 80s to snow in less than a week, but it's nice out there. I'm not sure if you guys can see or not, but that view is nice, especially straight out of the garage. But yeah, that'll be it for today. I know this will probably be multiple videos all over the place. This is what I'm mad about right here. I got some overspray on the glue, so you have to clean that up or pre-spray this. But yeah, that's probably it for the day. I'm pretty happy with the results on that. Like I said, I'll just pretty much sit in a place like that, and I think once this is in, this piece might not be fully attached, but I think I'm going to screw down this larger piece to that little brace I have, just to keep it in place. And I think that brace is short enough, or if it is two pieces, or the brace is short enough where if the floor is one piece, I'll be able to lift it out and get it out of the car. But I know if I did the whole panel in one piece, it would not fit. So yeah, I want it somewhat removable, but at the same time I want it to fit snug into place. So I think we're good here. I have all the other pieces. They seem like they'll be pretty good. But I'll start with cutting the floor out, then put the pieces in how they will go, and once they're in place where they go, I'll cut those out of wood, and then I'll get some more strips like this, and it'll act as braces behind, like when the panel goes in the side, that'll be a brace down here, and then there'll be another one on the side of the back piece right here, so the brace has, or the side has something to hold it up. And then I think with how it's going to be designed, I'm not sure if I want to put something on top to brace it also, or just use this one is cut nice and snug. It'll just sit up top and not worry about anything. If not, put a little strip of Velcro on the top and then Velcro up here. But we'll see when it gets there. I think with just the two on the sides, it should be enough to support it. And then I have a piece here that'll hold it in also. So everything will support everything without having to mount anything directly to the car itself. But that's it. Like I said, cut you guys back on tomorrow, run to the store, get all this cut out, and then start really building it from there.